I got that feeling like I got a burp, but nothing's happening. You know, last night, doing one of the different videos. Last night, as I was driving back home from Longview to Tyler, it's like I was heading into Tyler. It was dark, it's lightning all around me, and it's like the further I got, the worse it was. But I knew that I know some I may not believe the same way, but I knew that God had me. I knew that He had my protection. That's why I had no fear going into that storm. Even though I did make a bad, I did make a bad decision and made the car float for a little bit and went through a bunch of water, but God still has me. And maybe, I was sitting here thinking about it, like, with the wind swirling around me, the lightning getting worse, and, like, you see it in the distance, and you're getting closer, and it's getting a little bit worse at a time, a little bit worse at a time. I started thinking, like, that's a good metaphor if you think about it. It's like I say, I walk through the valley of the shadow of death, I fear no evil, because your rod and they stab, they comfort me. Or Psalms 91, the chapter about protection. I think it's 91. Made me wonder, like, how many out there that are true Christians, like, how many of y'all are willing to actually go into the storm? You see it ahead of you. You know it's going to be rough. How many of you are actually willing to go into it knowing God has your back? How many of you are willing to go into a storm, go somewhere and witness to somebody, knowing it's not going to be easy, but God's got your back? That's the way I looked at it. I was like, you could use this as a metaphor. Like, how many of y'all are willing to actually wade into the storm to reach somebody? How many actually go out there and witness? You got Christians all over the world that they go to church every Sunday or every Wednesday. Every time the church building's open, they're there. But how many of them are actually trying to reach somebody? How many of them are actually out there witnessing to somebody when they need to? How many of them, I'm not talking about, like, what some people call witnessing as far as going out there and shoving it down somebody's throat. You never do that. And you never argue about it either. If it turns into an argument, walk away. God doesn't want you to do that. He doesn't want it to turn into an heated argument over it. If they start arguing with you about it, you piss them off because you're telling them the truth. You made them mad, because Satan don't want to hear the truth. But if they start trying to argue with you, just walk away. Don't sit there and argue back with them. You don't get anywhere doing that. It's just, it's like I said, it's like I saw nothing but darkness in front of me. Lightning, wind, and I knew it was going to be bad. I knew it was going to get worse the further I got. But I knew God had me. I knew He had me protected. So I went into it with no fear. Yeah, I had a little bit of nervousness. I wouldn't say that I was scared, but I was a little nervous in part of it. I'll admit that, especially when the car started floating. I was a little nervous at that point. Looked behind me in the mirror and turned around, and I saw the water coming out like a speedboat. It made me a little nervous. But I still wasn't afraid, because I knew God had me. How many of y'all out there actually do that? I'll give you some, I keep craving them and thinking about them, so I'm going to give you some peppermints. Just think about it. How many of y'all out there are actually willing to go out there into the storm like that? How many of y'all are willing to actually go through it? Or do y'all just back off and whatnot? Another thing, too, I've noticed is some people get mad at God because they pray and pray and pray and pray and do everything they can, and they turn their back on God because they think God did nothing for them. Don't you realize that sometimes God needs us to take action too? We don't just lay back and say, okay, God, you got this, and He does everything. There are some times where God's like, I'll take you this far, I'll hold your hand this far. I'll take you up to here. But the rest of it's up to you. The rest of it, you have to take action. The ones that don't take action and nothing happens, when God presents it in front of you and tells you where you need to take action and do nothing, and you blame God, that's your fault, not God's fault. So you're turning your back on God for nothing because you think He did nothing, when actually He showed you the way to go. He showed you what you have to do. You just did not take action and do it yourself. Yes, God can do all things, but God sometimes requires us to take actions ourselves. He's not just sitting back there and, no, it doesn't work on like it doesn't, like they say on Facebook, share this and He'll bless you. It doesn't work that way. God's not a fairy godmother. Just think about it. Like I said, I was driving, it was pretty bad lightning too, and then The further I got, the less I saw because of the rain coming down, but I knew God had me. I wasn't scared. I was a little nervous a little bit there, but I wasn't scared because God had me. How many of y'all out there are willing to do that? Like, I had someone tell me it's wrong to go witness at a strip club. I know I witnessed at a bar before, and I've witnessed that. I mean, I've seen churches that witnessed at strip clubs, and I had a so-called pastor doing an online church say, you know, God wouldn't go there. Would God send you to a sin of dinners to witness? Look at who Jesus hang out with. I mean, of course, today in a lot of churches, yeah, you do need to go to a church and witness because they're doing their thing. They're sitting on a pew, they're singing their songs, they're doing a little dance, speaking their tongues, but they're not saved. It's just an act. And some of them do it just because it makes them feel safe. By the way, think about it. I'm going to give you some peppermints. I'll be back.